Hi Virgo, how are we today? Just doing our weekly reading. This week we are doing the monthly reading. So looking ahead at February, seeing what's going on. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. It really does help the channel grow, being such a small one. So thank you. This week we are using the Cosmic Messages Oracle. I do have the Soul's Journey lesson cards with us. The main Lenormand deck I'm using, we have the Gilded Reverie Lenormand today, as well as the Sweet Love Tea Oracle cards as well. Okay, getting into it for you, Virgo, starting off with a bit of an overview affirmation message for our Virgos. Virgo, what's going on for Virgo in February 2025? February for Virgo, anything important? What does Virgo need to know about February? Stay present. That's where life happens. On the bottom of the deck, remember that you can't change anyone but yourself. All right, so there might be generally what pops up with that particular one is frustration at somebody else, unfortunately. So there might be a few moments during February where you just have that thought where you're like, oh, geez, I wish they would do it this way, or geez, I wish they would change that, or, you know, and it's about remembering that you can't actually change anybody else. It's about changing your reaction to them or to their behavior, and not allowing it to affect you, basically. Staying present, that's where life happens, because it's like, I feel like if that is the case for you, Virgo, that you may be feeling this need to see changes in somebody, to remember that wanting change in somebody else is focusing on the future potential, rather than who they are in the present. Same as when it's looking at yourself as well, Virgo, that that if you're only looking at your potential, you're not actually seeing the truth of who you really are right now. And if you're only looking back to the past, to who you have been in the past, you're not seeing how much you have changed and grown and developed, and who you are right now. So strong message for you to really, stop worrying about the past. Can't change that. Stop worrying about the future. All you can do is guide that in the right direction, and how you react to that. Be prepared to react to that in a healthy way for yourself. Virgo, what's going on for Virgo in February? Start, middle, and end of February for our Virgos, please. Ask me to shuffle again. Okay, the middle of February 2025 for Virgo. Okay. Seeing a lot of purple energy around you at the moment, Virgo. So that might mean something to somebody. I feel as though it's kind of like something about embracing purple. And it may be a darker shade of purple that we're looking at, like that, the deep purples. Violet and, I'm even getting like a little bit of burgundy thrown in there, but so I'm like, and like a dark amethyst. So carrying dark amethyst this month may really work in your favor. I don't have it right here in front of me, but I was just thinking of the chakras, and no idea where that is. It's here somewhere. There it is. Just being drawn to that for you, Virgo, the purple. It's the third eye, indigo. That's the other word for it, indigo. So your intuition, listening to your dreams and the more spiritual side of yourself, your intuition. Wearing purple can help. Eating purple foods as well, like plums and eggplant. There may be just something about your third eye chakra. For some of you, you may want to, look into doing like a third eye chakra cleansing or something along those lines. May be useful to you. But we are starting the month off strong here anyway, Virgo. We do have success coming through. So you can kind of see that's yellow, but with purple at the center. So I feel like the purple at the center is you, Virgo, and then the yellow is the gold all around you, the gold piled up, the success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So your success this month is really dependent on you approaching the idea of it from an emotional place, a very passionate, heart-driven place, using your intuition rather than, listening to logic and that rational mind of yours, which is sometimes hard for a Virgo. I get it. You are an earth sign. You do tend to stay a little bit more grounded. So it may be a bit of a month for you to, because I keep getting this message, connected to that staying present. That's where life happens. But it's saying, but don't forget, like, to follow your heart in the moment, follow your heart, but have an idea of where it's taking you and where you want to go with it. So it's kind of like, if you are feeling drawn to think about the future and the potential of the future, try to think about it in a way where it's like, well, if that's what I want for, my potential goals, how do I go about that? What do I need to do right here in the present in order to, embrace that sort of energy? So I do feel like that's kind of where this success is coming in, that you're, embracing the feeling of success before you might even have it in your life. So regardless of where it is that you're wanting success in your life, kind of it's that energy of, like fake it till you make it, like kind of pretending that you've already got that in your life, so that you're like raising your vibration, you're raising your energy in the present, and you're more likely to do things that you would do if you had that already, and that sort of a thing. If that I hope that kind of makes sense here, Virgo. It's kind of like, if you want to welcome love in, for example, and you want to be in a a romantic connection, start paying attention to the couples that you see while you're out and about. You at the grocery shop, instead of just getting swept up in, oh, I've got to get this, I've got to get that. Maybe try to pay attention to the couples that are around you, and you're walking past a couple and you're like, oh, they look really happy, and just taking that on board, and paying attention to those little things and say, oh, look at that. I want someone who looks at me like that. I'm going to have someone that looks at me that same way. Or just you can see a lot sometimes, just by observing people, and you, Virgo, are pretty good at observing people. So while you're at the shops, just watch for the gentle gestures between couples, like the small little tap, so to signal we're going this way. And a lot of the time you see couples like that, and they don't even need words, and they instinctively know what the other one is saying. I feel like it's just like embracing those energies, and sort of telling yourself, I'm going to have that soon, is really helping you raise that vibration around you to attract that sort of stuff to yourself. So staying focusing on what you want in the future, but actually staying very present with it, and noticing what's going on around you that are connected to that, helps you sort of maintain that energy, and start, moving in the right directions, to embrace that same stuff for yourself in the present. Making small changes around your present energy, to do those sorts of things. It is asking me to tell you about. I do have a method that I do tell a lot of my, my private clients, is that if you are wanting to, have a partner in your life, you need to start making room for them in your life. That, if you've got a packed out house and there's not even a spare drawer for them to, chuck a few belongings once they're here, staying over all the time, and they need a change of clothes, make sure you've already got a drawer empty, so that when somebody shows up in your life, they're ready. You're ready. You've got space for them in your life already, in a very physical sense, but also, in time as well, and hobbies that you're willing to, spend some some of your hobby time. You're understanding and you're embracing. Oh, well, you can, I'd be willing to embrace their hobbies for some of this time, and that, oh, and look, I've got space in my life for their hobbies and their interests, as well as my own. So it's just a small little thing you can do to lead yourself to success, and it's the same with money and things like that as well. That you can sort of manifest those things by, leaving space for them in your life. If you're someone constantly stressed about money, and, oh, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough money, you're manifesting I don't have enough money. So, making space in your life for, oh, oh, I've got this spare bank account that I've got, or like this savings bank account. I can't wait until it's, chockers. I can't wait until I fill that up and I hit that goal or whatever, knowing that I'm going to, even if at the moment I can only afford to put, $10 a week in there, in the future, I can't wait until I get to the point where I can, afford to put $100 a week in there, and then, $200 a week in there, things like that. And so you're really sort of starting to make those small changes right here, right now. So even if it's only $1 a week, you're putting the energy out there. Look, I've got somewhere I'm going to put my money, to save my money, or I've got something I need to spend my money on. Oh, it'll be so good when I've got that. Can't wait to have that money to buy this and buy that, and planning for the future, living in that success even before it has occurred in your life. The middle of the month, we do have honesty coming through for you. That does say, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So this does feel very connected to that initial card we saw there, that remember that you can't change anyone but yourself. So I do feel around the middle of the month that you can't change somebody else being truthful with you or not. You can only change yourself, your reaction to that. So, and your preemptive energy of that as well. Okay, so if you want people to be honest with you, you need to be somebody people can feel as though they can approach in an honest manner. If they feel like they can't approach you and be truthful with you, that you may judge them, or that you may just get really angry about that, or something along those lines, they are going to not want to be honest with you. So maybe thinking about certain things like that, Virgo, that that you can be honest with yourself. You demand honesty from yourself. You can't expect it from others, but you can expect it from you yourself. And facing yourself in the mirror and saying, yes, maybe I do get a little bit judgmental when people come to me with certain things. So maybe if I change that part about myself, people will be more likely to continue, like, to actually come to me with those things, because maybe they're hiding those things from you about themselves because they know that you get judgmental about that. It's one of them things that, everyone has this weird energy. They all play off each other. We're very much more connected within the energy than a lot of people realize. So sometimes the change starts with you, and really being honest with yourself and facing yourself in the mirror, about, we all have it. We all have, good qualities and bad qualities, but the more honest you are with yourself about, those bad qualities, the more likely that you are going to be able to accept them as part of who you are, and, change them if you decide that you want to, or use those negatives to empower you to push the positives. Very interesting thing, but accepting it as an integral part of who you are. That is just part of who you are, and just being truthful with yourself in that manner is very, very positive for you. We do have the shadow work reading coming up next week as well, Virgo, so maybe keep an eye out for that one, which is all about, looking at those, deeper parts of ourselves, and facing them, and, assimilating them in, so that we can grow and evolve on this earth within our own souls, or whatever. All right, I haven't 100% thought about the shadow work reading up until now, but it is next week, I believe. Oh, no, the week after. Coming up soon. I'm pretty sure it's around the 13th this year. Okay, I don't have my list. Yeah, it must be in my other booklet, my other notebook, which is not in the room. It's not in the room with us. But at the end of the month, for you, Virgo, we have the worry energy. I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. It just makes me worried. It just makes me stressed. It just gives me anxiety. So I do feel as though, for some of you, you may be having a little bit of, concerns. There might just be some stuff going on at the end of the month for you here, Virgo, that it's kind of like, once again, I'm getting a very strong energy for you this month of, I can't change it. So why am I allowing it to stress me out so much? We're seeing you can't change anyone else and their actions and their behaviors, other than you yourself, and facing yourself for that. But, we also see that this energy of, having high expectations on yourself a little bit is coming through here, Virgo. But like, allowing yourself to look into the future, and presume that potential is definite, whether it's other people's potential that you're seeing in them, and going, oh, how come they can't change and match that potential I see for them, but also for your own life. And you're like, oh, the potential outcome is this XXX, and now I'm just going to sit here and worry about it and stress about it, about how do I get to that outcome, or how do I avoid that outcome. But the future hasn't happened yet. So what you can, give it gentle nudges in the right direction. But a lot of the time, the more you're stressed about it, the more, once again, you're manifesting stress into your energy around that. So, it's actually pushing the energy away. We need to get back to this success energy. So we'll just clarify that one for you. Clarifying the worry energy for Virgo at the end of February. Whoa. Which is the one that just flew out. The card of anxiety and worries. Okay, we have the clouds kind of flew on out there. So there's definitely some stuff. It's overthinking more than anything. This is the card of thoughts. And a reminder that, overthinking things actually clouds your judgment and leaves you in confusion rather than giving you a clear direction. It actually confuses you even more and clouds your judgment, so that all of a sudden you can only see potential negative outcomes, and you stop seeing the potentials in the positives. So then, which causes more worry, more anxiety, and then it can actually lead to, depression and things like that. So a lot of stress there, a lot of overthinking at the end of February here. But I'm just going to see if we can work out why you're so stressed and whatnot. Virgo, the end of February for Virgo. What is worrying Virgo at the end of February, please? So it's definitely got to do with, those long-term desires, the things that you wish for, is the hidden energy here. So underneath it all, you've got this wish for love and happiness. It literally, the cards here say wishing for love and happiness. But you're overthinking the negatives of that so much. I feel like it's a bit of a flow through energy from that honesty energy. Because the first card we have is the mask coming through. So for some of you, there is this concern that you're putting on a bit of a mask, even to yourself, and that you're not being completely honest with yourself about the truth of who you are here, Virgo. So, around the middle of the month, please make sure that you do face yourself with truth in your heart here a little bit. Like I said, that I know I had the date, the weeks wrong when I first said that about the shadow work reading. But if the shadow work reading is around the 13th, that's the middle of February. So it'll be right when you need it. So make sure you do subscribe to the channel so you'll get a notification when that comes up. Okay, because I do those on every single full moon. I do feel like there may be something very important coming up in that for you, Virgo, to keep an eye out for, because it's kind of like you are, you're trying to mask your pain a little bit here, Virgo, and you're masking those worries and the stress and the way that you're overthinking. It's putting a little bit of pressure on yourself here, but also for others of you, this is actually to do with somebody else. And you're unsure of the maybe that's why honesty is such an issue for you this month as well, because that does say I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So if you are someone who has no trouble facing yourself and your own truth even in the negative stuff, there may actually just be somebody around you towards the middle and end of February who you really, that's what you're overthinking about. Can I trust this person? Are they being truthful with me? Or are they wearing a mask? Are they hiding the truth of them, who they really are here? Because we do have the Garden, which is typically my dating card, but it can sort of talk about just meeting up with people, like meeting somebody halfway, being invited to something, or being invited somewhere, those sorts of things. For a lot of you, it's going to be either a Scorpio or this snake energy can also talk about physical intimacy. We see that coming up a lot for you, Virgo. This is more along the lines of, just short flings, little hookups, very, very passionate and physical, but not necessarily anything long-term or anything like that. So I feel like for some of you, you may be maybe that's where the problems are arising, that maybe you're meeting someone because we see the card of meeting or getting out and about, going going out in public, that's being sociable, being concerned with is this just a mask? So we may be wondering whether somebody is being truthful about their intentions towards us when it comes to love and sex. We may be concerned about just this person's agenda in general. I feel like some of you are kind of worried that this person may be, because I'm randomly picking up this energy of that you're worried that they may be trying to take something from you, like that they only want to be with you because of like status or money or something like that. And that's what you're sort of, you're not sure whether they're being truthful about how they feel towards you. Because we do have that followed up with the whip energy here. So conflict within your own self, and just drama, tension, trouble. For some of you, it could literally be referring with these two together. Sometimes it can talk about, you know, BDSM type things like, whips and chains excite me. What's that song that they play on the radio all the time? It's like, I'm Vanilla Baby, whatever that song is. So it could be something along those lines, and you're just like, maybe for some of you, that's the mask you're worried about. Like, is there any more to this person than that overtly sexual stuff? Is there anything underneath all that? Or, maybe am I worried that this person is, too much into that, and there's nothing of substance for me underneath it all? A lot of self-conflict. Am I even interested in this person? It does feel like a lot of temptation connected to this person, like just a lot of lust. It's not even so much lust, it's just desire. So we may be seeing Virgo daddy here, where you may be the one taking a bit of control, and you've got just a very strong desire to just take with that situation. But I feel as though, I don't know, there's just some confusion here. You're maybe overthinking the situation and overthinking, like feeling like this person might betray you, kind of thing, or this person's being dishonest with you in some way. And I feel like for some of you, it's like, is this just physical? And that seems to be part of the issue of what's going on here. Like, whatever they're telling you, you're like, is that legit? Is that what's really going on here? Because, like, for some of you, it's like they're telling you, oh, long-term, more emotional connection stuff. But then it's this that they're really wanting. And for others of you, it's like they're telling you, oh, I just want this. But then, you kind of get hooked in a bit and you are like, oh, I'm a bit confused because they act like they want something a bit more than just that, Is it just a physical connection? I don't know what's going on here. So also be honest with yourself and how you feel about situations like that as well, Virgo. But looking at love and romance for you in February, Virgo. Love and romance for Virgo in February. Virgo. Needs tending. Okay. Pay more attention to your love life if you want results. Nourish dating and responding. Okay, so like I said, it may be you, Virgo, being the daddy here in this situation, trying to take control and just take what you want out of the situation, and it actually leaves you a little bit confused because you do actually need to pay a little bit more attention to being honest with yourself about what you actually do want here. All right, we do see nurture growth. So double up on that energy, the needs tending and then nurturing growth. Attend to your bonds with love and patience, trust, support, and playful. So very playful energy is a that physical stuff, but needing to attend to those bonds, pay more attention to potential love bonds that you are creating or already have, that they do need a little bit of nurturing and protection and looking after at this time if you want stability. because I feel like this is the truth for you here, and some of you are not ready to admit it to yourselves yet, that you want stability, a deeper level of stability than what you already have in love. Finding your balance and not rocking the boat, poised, calm, and steady. So I do feel as though for some of you, you really are, that's why you're needing to be very honest with yourself this month, so that you can find that stability within your own self in order to, clear any of that confusion, clear all those worries and concerns, and, you know, find the success and go back to that success energy and stay in that success energy, staying very present your energy, and enjoying life as it comes, and not getting too wrapped up in the potentials, of yourself and others. All right. So that's what we have for you this month, Virgo. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all again soon.